Hello everyone, welcome to This Is War40k. My name is Simon and I have the pleasure to host tonight's Creators Content Chat. So before I bring in our guests, I'm just going to tell you a little bit about our stream. Fingers crossed, we are live on Twitch, YouTube and Facebook. Please use the chat because if that's working too, we should be able to see everything in there. Helping me out with the stream and keeping an eye on the chat, and because I can't do anything without her, is Em. Say hi, Em.
Hello, I'm Em. I'm the other half, well, about a quarter of This Is War40k. I'll be keeping an eye on the chat today and general background admin, and we also have two very loud dogs, so you might see me disappear a few times to go and get those. Enjoy.
Thank you very much. Right, well, let's bring in some of our guests. So, first on the list, because you got in early, pre-warning, Pete, that'll be you, mate. So please welcome Shifty Industries. Hi, mate.
Hey, buddy. Hi, everyone. Sorry, what? You just broke up.
Tell us a bit about yourself. Where can we follow you? What do you do?
Well, Instagram, Shifty_Industries. You can find me there. I tend to not use Facebook anymore. Not a fan of it. Been doing the hobby in and out for over 20 years. Anything and everything. Malifaux, Drop Zone Commander, Warhammer, AOS, Fantasy, and far more game systems than I can even remember I have upstairs. Not to mention I've got like 2 Kickstarter boxes coming hopefully first quarter next year, but you know, the way things are going, it'll probably end up being Christmas.
Well, thanks for joining us, mate. I hope you had a good one.
It was a pleasure.
All right, let's bring some more people in. Right, so next, let's go all the way over to the States. So Nick and Kelsey, please say hello and introduce yourselves.
Hello,
Hi.
I'm Kelsey and this is Nick and we're Naptime Hobbies. We had a baby 10 months ago now, and as part of the pandemic, we decided to kind of jump into doing more hobbying together. So we have an Instagram, naptime_hobbies, and you can also follow us now on Twitch. That's twitch.tv/naptime, no underscore, hobbies.
Well, thank you very much for joining us. Naptime Hobbies is absolutely legit because I've been on their Twitch streams while they're live. So it's the second they get that moment. I'm sure all the parents appreciate it. So next, all the way from Limerick in Ireland, Saoirse, please introduce yourself.
Hey guys, hey everybody. My name is Saoirse. You guys can follow me online at Saoirse the Man or Saoirse the Man Art on Facebook. I've been collecting Warhammer and playing Warhammer 40k now for 13 years. I came in at the tail end of 4th edition and into 5th edition. Hobbying and painting. I'm still not the best painter, but I mean, you know, I do my best. I draw a lot of Warhammer, write Warhammer short stories as much as I like. And yeah, so you know, I just got into the Instagram community a while ago through the Nameless Guild. Got involved with a lot of the streaming community online now, and it's just so fantastic to constantly be exposed to more and more of Warhammer's global community, meet people all around the world where you can just share the wonderful love of the hobby for.
Excellent. Well, thanks for joining us. Absolutely agree with that. Yeah, that's why we're all here doing this. Right, back to the States. So, TikTok's queen of 40k, I think is probably the best intro to put this on. And now she's embarrassed, so please say hi to Mills.
Hi, everybody. Y'all can call me Mills. I am not Jane Czar on TikTok and Instagram and Twitter. All the same handle, just not Jane Czar. I've been in the hobby just for a couple of years. I came in close to the end of 7th edition, and then I had to relearn everything with 8th, and now it feels like I'm relearning everything with 9th. I play Eldar, and I've just started collecting Battle Sisters, and I am, yeah, excited to be here.
Well, thank you very much for joining us. It's an early morning for you, isn't it?
It's like 11 o'clock over here, so not too early.
Great. Well, back into our little island, but north of the border. It's too early for that. North of the border, to say. So please welcome Ian. Hi, Ian.
Hi, all. Started Warhammer 10 odd years ago now, but got back into it over lockdown. So I'm on Instagram as Ren's Third Company with the number 3. Don't type in third, that takes you to another guy. He's not as fun. Yeah, definitely the noob here, but happy to be here, and yeah, it should be fun.
Thank you very much for joining us. And well, late to the party, but he is finally arrived. The man that helped me set this up. So a big welcome to Louis. Hi, Louis. Thank you. Please introduce yourself.
Oh, me, right? Sorry. You know, I was waiting for a better entrance than that, but okay, there we go. Yeah, it's just been a nightmare. This has been a nightmare. Like my laptop's what do they call it? Camera is at the bottom of the screen, so you have to flip it round. But to do that, I had to go through I had to watch a lot of chaps on YouTube to work out how to do that. So, hello. What was the question?
Well, please introduce yourself. Tell us about the guild and where people can find you.
So professional. Sorry, mate. Hi, my name's Louis. I'm from the Nameless. Oh, there's this. Oh, this is so slick. Hi, my name's Louis. I'm from the Nameless Guild. We are fundamentally on Instagram to start with, but we're hoping to come on to basically nick everything that Simon is doing and ask him how to do the graphics. I saw that. Can I just say, sorry, bit of a tangent. I saw your graphics, your intro graphics to the to your things. It's awesome. I love it. So I'm going to have to ask you how you got that done. But yeah, and I've been in the hobby for 15 years now. 15 years, I think. 15 years. I'll say 15. I'm going to say 15. Maybe 20. Maybe let's go 20. What's the highest so far?
20.
20. 21.
It's 20 with you now. Yeah. You were the 20.
Oh, I'll just outdo myself.
You've
then,
won
mate.
up yourself.
Oh my god, it's like, what's it? Brian? No. I get that lovely Irish voice just hearing in my head.
Oh yeah.
Oh, O'Leary? No, not O'Leary. Not O'Leary. No, not O'Leary. Anyway, thank you guys. Am I still on? I'm still on. Okay,
Yeah, you're
right.
yeah.
Well,
No, I think it's like you, Simon.
I got into the home. Take a seat. Put the kettle on. This is going to be a long one. Where's my pipe? Okay, right. Am I literally the last person in? Am I actually? No, wait. 1, 2, 3.
We're waiting
He's
on
got
our
a-
Aussie, but it's
he's
still
got
very
a pipe.
early for him.
He's you know.
Shifty was prepared.
If he was prepared, he never was unprepared. You know, he was a Boy Scout in the day.
Oh, what?
I was got a paintbrush. I like it. Oh, I got a makeup brush, but I did a little bit of, you know, before I came on. But no, best thing to have. Go to Poundland, dollar store, get a makeup brush for all your minis. Genuinely. Am I a bit too close?
Not close enough. Not close enough.
Not close enough. There we go. Right. So, what's on the agenda? What's first up? Because I didn't get in the agenda. Sorry.
Mute was on and talked for about 30 seconds, and not one of you pointed it out to me.
He really did.
Louis was talking. You're gonna have to keep Louis on a leash because if you let him go, he just.
I'll mute myself. There we go.
Louis, I just can't remember to turn myself on, which is kind of defeating the object of hosting a stream. Is that I could just do this and leave it to it. This would be great.
Oh,
No. I am. Now.
don't do it.
No hiding. No
Get my
hiding.
followers up, and I'll come back in about an hour.
You can leave me with no moderation. Do you really want to do that?
No, that's
I'll moderate you. I will step on.
Well, I can put a screening filter on the chat, but I don't think I could put it on the audio. I've got to show some of these comments that are coming through because, Saoirse, this is definitely some of your lot. Spiffy and Mage 00. Oh my god, it's the guy from First Dates.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you for that.
That's a darker part of my path.
It's a complete opposite to this though. This is just someone I think is sharing your Twitter handle there. But there's a few extra A's.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah. There's not quite so many A's. There's no spaces. Yeah. We'll talk about that part of my path in another stream.
Yeah, but I've already said to Pete we're going to do a late night stream, Ales and Astartes. So we're just going to. Oh no, he's not. No, we're not going to do that. Sorry, Pete. His wife's behind it. But I'm going to do a stream called Ales and Astartes.
Okay.
Okay, it's gone. Where we can just drink and enjoy it. So it'll be fun. Mr. Cohen's here. I know he's a big fan of the Nameless Guild. Hi all. Hi Michael. Right. So
there's Michael.
So it's Christmas, and I want to know who got something cool 40k wise for Christmas? Who wants to jump in on that?
Did anyone get anything?
Oh, Saoirse.
I've got the new girls here beside me. So I got my penitent agents / mortifiers off my brother. I'm absolutely crazy about the models, about the kit. Anyone who knows the kit will see I actually completely modified. I modified the hips on them. There's supposed to be attachment pins there to stick them into sprinting poses. I cut those. And I also cut some of the armor plates at the back so that I could kind of articulate the legs to a bit more of an outward angle, give them a bit more versatility. And the anchorite is standing on top of the remains of a Chaos Marine, which I'm particularly happy with. Other than that, I got my beautiful Canoness, which I've half painted now. I've got the burgundy of her robes and most of her armor. Other than that, I got one of my favorite kits in all of Warhammer 40k, the Arco-Flagellants.
Ooh, yes.
I cannot get enough of these crazy, grim, dark boys and girls. And let me see now. They're behind my laptop. But if I can see Damien, so anyone who's a fan of the old Inquisitor board game will know Damien 1427, who you can build with the Arco-Flagellants kit. So I'm
what I want.
super pumped to paint all of these boys and girls up. I'm really excited. I'm going to get so many Arco-Flagellants. Sisters of Battle are my new army of the year. So to have gotten more of them, I already have one kit of regular Battle Sisters, and I've started painting them. So yeah, I jumped the gun on that one, but yeah, I've got my bit done. So yeah, that's my Christmas haul so far.
Anybody else want to share their Christmas prezzies? Don't all volunteer at once.
I'm waiting. I'm waiting to be able to do mine. So I'll let someone else go first.
How about Nick and Kelsey? I know
it's in the closet back here. It'll be a whole mess trying to get it out. And then you guys will see the shelf of shame, and I can't have that out in the wild. So, Chaos Night, which is exciting. Really excited for a Chaos Night. One I want for a long time. And then I got a box of Rubric Marines. Nice dusty boys. Excited about those. I didn't have any Thousand Suns. I had a ton of other Chaos stuff, and I was like, oh, I get some Rubric Marines. Just kind of slide that in on the list, and oh no, now I have to start a Thousand Suns army. Ooh, oh no, oops. That'll be fun.
Yeah,
and you got some stuff.
I did. I got the Triumph of St. Catherine Battle Sisters, which I am so excited about because I am going to do a Disney princess conversion of all of them. So, like, I have out which one's going to be a different Disney princess. Snow White's in the middle.
The one laying down dead is going to be
it's going to be fantastic. I'm really excited to do the
I'm very jealous. That's amazing.
Yeah,
I love the Triumph so much. That's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's gonna be a blast. It's my first time doing like kit bashing at all, so I've left off like half the parts because they just don't feel princessy enough, and I'm gonna have to like add a lot of green stuff. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
I can't wait to see that.
I don't want to stop this chat, but I think I've got to share this comment from Ross McDonald for Ian. Because we're going to have to get this confirmed that it's legitimate. Get the researchers on it. But yeah, that's 40k related, I'm sure. It's obviously a term for the
100%,
yeah. Who else? Mills, what did you get for Christmas? Something exciting?
Well, we're having kind of a weird Christmas this year because we were gonna do like a Zoom Christmas, but then everyone was like actually out of town. And then so we're doing like official. So we're doing like official Christmas tonight over like FaceTime with the family. But my husband and I each got to open up one present, and I got a copy of Super Smash Brothers for the Nintendo Switch, and he got a box of Light Lord Terminators, and he already put them together and painted them yesterday.
Wow.
So yeah,
I did my first bit of painting in December yesterday. That's how of a terrible hobbyist I am. That's impressive. The best gift that Emma could ever buy me for 40k. She bought me my own brushes because I'm sick of
Here, I
sharing.
can even show you guys one. Here's one of them. There
Oh
we go.
wow!
Oh,
Yeah.
what beauty!
Not bad for one day. My goodness.
Jeez.
Heck
There's
yeah!
There's nothing quite like a good suit of Mark III iron armor.
Pretty fun.
Can I just say, right? I don't know about any of you, but has any of your partners seen you on Instagram and you're making all these weird noises like, ooh, mercy, Lord, oh Lord, you know, and then it's like, what are you looking at? You're looking, and it's like any of attractive women, scroll. Oh, that is a beautiful Nurgle. Oh my, you know, it's so incriminating. It's so bad.
Swiping, like Tinder. If we had swiping, that'd be a relationship killer. Oh yes.
Oh, I go weak at the knees if I see some Primaris.
Did you get anything interesting, mate?
Did I? Wait, no, shit, dude. Hang on, you're wrong. Who are you asking? You've got to use names, Simon.
Don't make up your mind.
I'm currently building stuff now. I got my Bastion platoon for Christmas, and basically it's the start of an entire new guard army for me. I mean, I've got a full Praetorian one. I've got my own armored company I've been working on for ages. Bollocks, I just dropped an ammo mag. And I've got a full Tanith company, so I'm doing another Dan Abnett army. I'm doing the Rome Deepers. And looking at the books, the Sabbath Worlds one, they all look a little bit World War II. So they've all got like this vibe to them.
Nice.
You and my best friend would get along very well.
Very nice.
But also, I was showing Ross earlier, I've kit bashed. I'm going to give them like a completely different APC because the idea is they get second-rate material. So what I'm doing with them is this is going to get side sponsons, and it's going to look like a World War I tank, and it's going to have 2 autocannons and stubber, so game-wise, it will legally be a Tauros.
Awesome.
You just got to make sure you got to.
Got my magazine.
You got to remember that it's either male or female. It's so sexist, but females have machine guns and males have like full-on guns on the side of them. It's the Crocodile Mark 1, Mark 2 and 3 tanks. But
hang on. You're not trying to out-tank me here.
I'm pretty sure it was the female tank had sponsors.
Yeah, they all had sponsors, the old sponsors, but the female tank had machine guns, Lewis guns, and the males had like I think they were 2-pounders. They were very light.
Light. But there were hermaphrodite ones as well.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, it was an equal opportunist waterfest.
Chaos is an equal opportunity employer.
Rin, Ian, buddy, save the conversation before we get to the different gender classes of tracked vehicles and the whole. You get anything nice for Christmas?
I mean, I'm actually really disappointed in this group. I've just got kit bash stuff just now, so I bought a bunch of stuff off Puppets War for a conversion job that I'll be doing hopefully in the new year. But all the rest of my stuff's on order because apparently it's not allowed to cross Hadrian's Wall just now. So I'm really behind.
Yeah. Oh, but kit bashing stuff is still cool because that's going to give you far more to do than putting together some basic primaries, for sure. Cool.
Yeah.
Mills got the tags. It's getting real.
I'm multitasking. I'm putting together my Repentia squad while we're chatting.
Oh, nice. This is hobby time, isn't it? So stream, build, paint. It's got to be done.
Well, again, we all just did a chorus of ooh, ah.
Lots of love for the Repentia.
Love them. I'm trying to figure out what I want to equip my Repentia Superior with because it's like she's got the bolter pistol and the neural whips, and it looks like you can add an extra bolt pistol on top.
If you yeah, like she holding it with the neural whip.
Just in her mouth, just oh god,
I'm not making a joke here. I'm just going to bite my tongue.
That's a good idea there, Pete.
Well, so question I wanted to ask everybody, and instead of going around individually and asking, is what is the favourite model you've painted this year? Now, for me, that's a very short list because I only started back up in the hobby in March, and I literally put everything I've actually painted from a decent army, Space Wolves, only decent one. Right then, it's my favourite. It's my little Ragnar Black paint because it used to be the old die-cast models back in the day, and I never owned one. So when I got back into it and I found that on eBay for a bargain, long before they released it this year, that is still my favourite model. I've got loads of other stuff. I can't admit to it because it's Death Guard. So that's hidden away underneath with the very first Ultramarines that I did this year, which are far too embarrassing, will never make it onto the internet. So, anybody else got a favourite model this year? I don't know if you've got it to hand.
Yeah, I've got. I'll just go over what I got for Christmas, if that's all right. Being left out.
Did I not ask you?
No, I was.
You asked Louis, and then you asked Louis, and then you made Pete big screen, and it
it was a very pointed exclusion. I noticed.
Well,
Well,
what did you get for Christmas?
Thank you, Sis.
I'm an amateur.
Merry Christmas.
I gifted myself a rolling pin. Actually, genuinely, it's got like 2 mil, 3 mil, 4 mil, and 6 mil, or whatever, and it's to roll out sprues into flat panels better than what I was doing.
Where you were going with that? It's not very.
I know it's 40k related. My fiance got me this bad boy.
Oh,
I was happy with that.
We need to make the most inappropriate sounds we can think of.
Yeah, please. Let me record it. Let me record it and send it to me. Okay. So that's what I got. I was actually given. Now, this is the thing. I didn't actually put online what I got for Christmas because obviously not everyone gets a load of stuff. But this was the only year I generally got stuff that made sense to me to an extent. My sister-in-law gave me £50 voucher for a GW, so I don't even feel guilty about buying Warhammer because it's from the GW store. So I'm absolutely doing that. And then my fiance bought me some TT Combat stuff.
Nice.
Right, but this is where it gets convoluted, like a little bit. We're into sci-fi. Yes, I think we can all say gothic sci-fi. So it sort of ticks a few boxes. So she got me Wild Wild West stuff, as you do.
You could do a period world.
There are frontier worlds.
I've got some of that range.
You know what? I was going to buy. It was it certainly wasn't on my because obviously I was going to go for the gothic stuff. But I thought, you know what? I would love some. And I said, why did you get me this sort of stuff? I'm just curious. Why did you get me this stuff? And she went, oh, because you like the Fear the Walking Dead to an extent. But the character John Dory in it, who is a sort of cowboy reenactor in the series. I was like, yeah, that's it. That's enough for me. So I've got an old pub. Steam engines. It's so random. Crates. I love it. But my best present, and sorry, this isn't really 40k related, but my best present is this bad boy. I have to.
It's 40k related. You cut sprues with that, right?
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah. Coming arms to the screen, yeah.
How the UK does home defense. The only thing you can legally buy.
But no. So that's my haul. I was super pleased. But so I've got a lot of TT Combat stuff to build. Very random stuff, but I think I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to take a lot of conversion work and stuff, but there we go. Right. So sorry. Onto your question of model. I'll let someone else because I got to look them up actually.
As I say, I'm a big fan of the TT Combat stuff because I've just got some as well. There's so much more I want. The Tomb World for the Necrons, have to get it.
Yes.
That's next Christmas probably. So, favourite model you've painted this year? Now, I realise not everybody's got one to hand, but I know Nick and Kelsey have. So
I've got one.
I have it.
Let's see if this works.
Light things a little bit, see if it helps. Make it visible.
Maybe.
Focus.
Ow!
Focus.
Ow!
There's your love letter.
Nope. Anyway, it's my first mini I ever painted. So
it's a special one then.
Yeah.
And I'm a big fan of this
Ooh.
sorcerer here.
Ooh,
It was my
beautiful.
first attempt at doing anything OSLE, and my first attempt at actually getting proper blend going on a cloak too. So
Nice.
it's a lot of fun experimentation with this guy. Had a good time.
Very cool.
I'm trying to get it focused, but oh well.
Put your hand. Is that right? Put your hand behind it. Am I right when I say that?
Sometimes
Put your hand
it's
behind it.
A lot of it depends on the focal range of the camera.
Yeah.
But,
Just have a
yeah,
wave.
a lot of computer cameras won't have that kind of focal range. So
Yeah, that's like the classic
It does.
influencer thing to
I'm
do.
going to
Where
make
they're
this my
like,
screensaver.
There it is.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, yes.
Wow.
We got this.
Wow, beautiful.
Thank
How
you.
did you do that? Did you just hold it there long enough?
Yeah, I mean, this is our like top-down camera, honestly.
Yeah, it does better if it has a flat surface, like when it's pointed at the table and then
Yeah.
you kind of bring it in, then it goes, oh, that's what I should do. But with us back here, it's confused.
Yeah.
But
I'm talking to professionals here. If you haven't got on there yet, anybody watching, get on Twitch, watch Naptime Hobbies. You know, I've got Kit Envy, I think. What cameras you got? Oh, how are you doing that? So obviously I cheated using this lovely bit of software. Anybody else got a model that they got?
I've got my sister Superior.
Oh.
Oh, there she is. Oh,
The
the camera's like inverted, so I'm having a hard time like actually doing. Like,
Right.
it's like backwards. There we go. You can't really see her,
That looks
but
great.
there she is.
Oh,
She's got the
there we go.
chainsword. She has a chainsword and a combi flamer. But my proudest moment with painting this model was that I was able to paint her face, and the color that I used for her face didn't get all over the rest of the model.
Yeah.
Painting faces is very difficult.
I don't like it. I put helmets on everything to avoid it. Hate
Yeah,
it.
helmet.
I can see it's got one there. That's there you go.
So I was the opposite. I'm not. Oh, hang on. Oh, the camera. Is weird. I feel like I'm just holding up my hand. But yeah, I ripped off his face head because I can't do faces. But
It's a gorgeous helmet.
And it's got the Conquistador helmet, or
it's the Conquistador helmet, yeah. And I think that was the first one I painted out of the Get Started with Space Marines, and he's he's my favorite. He really is. He comes with a wee rock that he stands on, and yeah.
Nice.
I've got Rin's caption there. That might be a giveaway if you.
Just in case you didn't realize what I was into.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've got 3, but I won't talk about them all too much. So here I have my paint job of Drazar out of the Blood of the Phoenix kit. I've been waiting for Drazar since we got our new codex like 8 or 9 years ago.
Oh wow.
So yeah, my camera is inverted as well, so I'm having a bit of a pain of a time. But on the Blood of the Phoenix cover, his blades are one black and one white. So I did them white, and then it's not actually black, it's kind of more of a glowy green. I did Coilia green shade over Neolac oxide at Ulthwine Grey. But my incubi, they're all red and gold. And then the big horns, contrast skeleton horde for the horns, absolutely mind-blowing.
Yeah.
My other 2 models, not Warhammer models, but anybody who follows me on Instagram will have seen my absolute love for Zealot Miniatures'
Nice.
Minotaurs.
You are.
I have endless adoration and love for just the style of them. This guy's very big, so he's the size of my hand. Just the style of the armor on him and everything, as well as the Minotaur Berserker, which for me was just such a fun opportunity to get to paint skin and hair and fur and mismatched armor and everything. They're just beautiful models, and I intend to buy all of them. So I have an undead Minotaur who's about half painted, beautiful, and then they still have another 6 on the web store that I intend on purchasing with great pleasure. So
Definitely get into affiliate links.
oh,
You're obviously a big fan. Anybody else got one handy?
Go on, Shifty. You go first, mate.
I actually did my first diorama this year.
Oh, wow. Oh, big guns.
Yeah, it doesn't show up too on the camera, but
the beautiful Kriegers.
Yeah, what happened was, bloody hell, I can't get the hang of this. I got a crew in the Centaur, and I didn't want them because I built my own crew. And so I looked at them the way they were sat round. I'm like, they're all just sat round. I could just imagine them being sat in a little trench, just going like, why? So I managed to finish it before like November 11th. And to me, it was the whole point of the questions always stay the same. It doesn't matter where you are, what battlefield, what year. You know, there's always some chat going, why are we doing this? So yeah, the piece was actually called "Why Are We Here?"
Nice.
For the Emperor.
Well,
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, you just had to shit successfully on something I thought was a talking piece, but okay.
It was great. It's great. It's great. I love it. I love any diorama.
We liked it. Just ignore Saoirse.
Ignore me.
We all do. We all do. Moving on quickly before there's the Civil War, right? I've got 3 models. Sorry about that. So my first, it's going to be Bellathor. This boy. He quite very simply painted. Just very simply, but I just love it because of the simplicity. Then I've got my Pariah Marine, so I made my own type of Marine, and all of it, a lot of it's scratch build, but absolutely love that boy. And then my last one is my Chapter Master, which is like Proximo the 17th, I think I've called him. And
whoa,
nice. That is a blade on that guy.
He's did the little brass chain.
Yeah, Primark. Go to Primark. It's brilliant. I literally that is from Primark. Sorry, the Rampant Lion and all the chains I use is from Primark. It's like a couple quid, and they're literally to scale. They're absolutely brilliant. Love it.
Well, yeah, you should check out the Game of Skill, which is Kit Bashing King. So I've learned a lot. Still not brave enough to do it, but I have bought some stuff. I confess, I have bought some leftover bits and pieces off eBay. So when I do fuck up the courage to start sticking stuff to my models that weren't meant to be, I'm ready. Anybody got anything else, Andy? What do we do?
I think
I should have probably told you, bring a model. It's like, go and tell at school. You could have brought everything.
See, the setup my brother and I have here, we have our paint desk here, and then all of our painted models go downstairs to our 2 display case shelves. So all of the best pieces are downstairs at the moment. All of our Primarchs and our Horse Heresy character series. I ordered Anacaris Scoria at the beginning of December, the huge Mechanicum Scorpion guy on Forge World, and I missed his delivery. Christmas Eve, I slid through to the delivery. I can't pick him up until the 30th, and then I'm back in work on the 31st. So I'm going to build and paint all day on the 30th.
If this makes you feel better, there's been a comment just come through from Dangerous JPEG. Come for ThisIsWAR40k, stay for Saoirse. So,
I'm here for you, Dangerous. I'm here for you.
That was nice. Wow, awesome. Right, well, let's go a bit more abstract because I'm not sure everybody's got what they want. I know I have my list as the dogs kick off, but who has their favourite, or what is your favourite release of 2020? Now, I've put GW and Forge World, but Saoirse, I'll open it up to any mini because I know most on your list won't be from Games Workshop or Forge World. So, anybody want to jump in on that?
Yeah.
Because I'm struggling. So, I mean, a lot's come out. 2020, despite the hectic and terrifying year it's been, GW has not let us down with releases. So
wasn't the entire Sisters of Battle range at the start of this year?
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah.
Battle
Range.
Oh,
yeah. That's. Ooh.
I think this is tough because there's, like I said, coming back after a bit of a hiatus from the game. It's like a kid in a sweet shop. Like, and I went to our local store, and I was like, I could stay here for an hour, but I've got 20 minutes parking, and I can't wear a face mask for more than 15 minutes. So I was like, it was terrible. So I was like, oh, I want everything, and I got really lucky with Indomitus. I missed the pre-order on the website. I'd completely forgotten about it. By the time I logged on at like 9:15, it was gone. So I felt really depressed because I had first strike, so it wasn't enough. It was just, but I just Facebook messaged the local store, got hold of the new manager. He put one aside for me, and so that was it. That was my plastic crack addiction started, and I can't get off eBay. That's the worst thing. I keep buying stuff, so I haven't even finished all of the Space Marines from the Indomitus set painting. I've got the Blade Guard, the Veterans, and all the HQs in a box downstairs, half painted. Keep buying too much stuff, but I think that's for me. I'm going to say Indomitus because it was such a See now. I know it's not really a mini, but the Battlezone manufacturer in Vertigus was my first ever GW branded terrain I've ever bought. And I think I'm a bit in love with it because I love TT Combat and I've got tons of polystyrene and cardboard and balsa wood stuff that I've made, but I never in my hobbying have I ever owned for genuine GW stuff. So I love it. I'm obsessed. Although I already cleared the table off and put other stuff on, I find it good. But no, I'll go Indomitus.
Nice.
Fair enough.
Help me on that one.
I don't know what year. Sorry, for aesthetically pleasing wise, I don't know what year it came out. I only realised it came out this year, so maybe that's just on me. But the Mechanicus like landing craft, I don't know what it's called.
Oh, the Ornithopter.
Is that what it is?
No, the Onager is the crawler.
Yeah, the Onager is the
Ornithopter.
No.
No. I know what
one.
Yeah, the flyer that came out definitely this year, but I mean like the landing craft tank.
Oh,
the battle tank version is the
Incinerator. I don't know what it is. I've got 50 quid to burn. I might just buy one of those just because they're so pretty. I get a Fallout vibe from that sort of the curve. It's just exquisite. Well,
I think I
think I'd have to go for that.
Let's see if this is the one you're thinking of. Great.
You can hear some groans and moans. I warn you.
Is that it? Oh, hang on. I need to actually share it with you.
Is this
the Scorpius Dune Rider.
My screen is getting really upset now. There we go.
Oh, beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just look at it. Beautiful. Yeah, but when was that released?
I think it was last year.
Last year.
Preview.
A year ago.
18?
No. Oh my God.
No. That was last
2019.
year.
Where's it been all my life?
It was last year at the earliest.
It was 19 because, well, I'm not going to go into why I know that, but yeah, it was 19.
Wow. I don't know. Genuinely, I don't even play Mechanicus. I think it was after the first lockdown. I went, and I don't know about you, but after the first lockdown, I swear I camped in the GW store. Normally, you go in, you buy some stuff, you say hello to guys, and get out, right? But I literally like perused like everything. I was going through every individual box, just looking at things. So I haven't been able to go into a shop for over a month or two actually at that point. And so, and then I just saw that and I was just staring at it like an absolute idiot for about 20 minutes. And it's very tempting. It's so nice. But then I think for me, I do not like the new flyer. I have no, like, it looks like a kite.
I'm gonna have to agree with you there.
Oh, you're gonna hate June.
Oh no! But I will say everything about it looks quite cool, except the wings. I'm not behind the wing aesthetic. It's just not. It's not pretty. I'm sure everyone knows what ones I mean. So it's just
they've got Da Vinci working for them. That's the problem.
Yeah. I'm just expecting to see that helicopter. An
aerial screw.
Yeah. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting. But I think for Space Marines, I would have to say, with the armored personnel carrier that I saw at the beginning of this year, I think it was last year they released it, which has the vacant back, which is just opened.
Oh, that was released last year after.
Yeah, right, And I think that got quite a weird reaction. I think a lot of people didn't really go for it. I haven't seen anyone field it to this day. I've never seen anyone field one. And so when they released the Gladiator, I think there was just a sigh of relief that that's where they were going to go. Do you know what I mean? And some of the variants are just so goddamn beautiful. Do you know what I mean? This thing's happening. I'm gonna have to. Oh, where's my finger? There's my finger. It's beautiful. Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Throw this release in there. The combat patrol boxes. Now the Space Force one, I don't like, mostly because I've got most of it already, and it's got the Vader carrier, and I don't know how I feel about the Invicta Warsuit. I want one. It's the right thing for my force. I'm just not a massive fan. But then the Blood Angels combat patrol, the one that got leaked and is now officially out, I believe. Now that has got everything I want in it. It's got a librarian, it's got the repulsor, it's got some aggressors. And because I love Kill Team, I play a lot of Kill Team with them. Having those, I think they're not accepted in cursors, but you can convert them, would kind of finish off something I was planning to be really tricky on the table. But yeah.
Sorry, I don't know what everyone's laughing at. I'm trying to hear Simon, and all I see is people. What's going on?
It appears that some of my friends may have taken over the chat.
We had this last time. Get your stuff in, get another.
The last time, Liam, it was my friends who didn't know what we were talking about. All of these guys know exactly what we're talking about.
25 minutes. We had two very nice ladies in the chat, and they thought we were talking about Irish mythology for 25 minutes. I just, sorry.
Wow.
And then they just started talking about cats.
Yeah.
Unless anybody else wants to have a go, I'm going to take this opportunity to talk about some of my favorite releases of the year.
Go for it.
Or are you still going, Louis? Is it my turn?
No, go right ahead. I'm actually going to start streaming, so help people come here. So go.
But so I mean, realizing the Sisters of Battle release came at the very beginning of this year is a huge one. Their models are beautiful. I love that they actually hardly changed anything about their designs. They just did new models. They're gorgeous. It's a stunning range. The Triumph of St. Catherine is it has recently become one of my favorite models in the GW range. Just the fact that they're, it started with Catacross for Age of Sigmar. We're getting more dioramic models nowadays, and I really love the aesthetic they're going for. However, also we got my boy Drazar, who, he got a redesign in the new Codex 9 years ago. And actually, I was at a GW Design Studio open day about 2 years after that Codex came out, and I actually asked Phil Kelly about getting a new Drazar model, and we finally got it this year. But I mean, there's been so much. Zarek the Silent King came in with the Necron.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? I'd say hands down, my favorite model of the year would have to be the Void Dragon, the Shard of the Void Dragon of the Catan Shard of the Void Dragon. Just like everyone here. Okay, some of us have been in the hobby for a really long time. Some of us are new to it, but even the people who are new to it will see this, like how far Games Workshop have come in terms of what they can do with their models, and really, really seeing that with the Shard of the Void Dragon. He's not even touching the ground, like it is a model in flight, just with a hollow body glitching out. And gorgeous spear, just the stance of it, and the fact that he's got an empty head with the Necron Ankh coming out, really just absolutely stole the show as far as impressive, fantastic models go of this year. It's got to be the Shard of the Void Dragon for me.
Oh, it's a good shout. Good shout. Yeah, I forgot about that one because I am building the Necrons from the Indomitus set, so the Silent King. Yeah, the Shard, but that's all my hobby money for like the next year gone for those two models. But I think it would be worth it. Oh, I think Louis streaming us on Instagram. See, we will defeat that inability to stream on Instagram by using low tech. I'm just waiting for it to be like a telepresence next to him. Hi, I'm on Instagram. We've lost it, so we can definitely move on. Well, I suppose the complete opposite now, really, of the favourite releases of 2020. But what are we most looking forward to in 40k next year? Now, I know we've had some teasers, we've had some delays on the Death Guard stuff. For me, absolutely, the Kill Team teaser that they released, a little video, it was just a little 30-second video, ends with the Kill Team thing. I desperately want to know more, and they're telling us nothing at the moment. So tell me. But yeah, anybody else? What are we most looking forward to next year? I mean, I know there's some codices.
Simon, following on to your stuff, the combat patrols thing looks really interesting, and I hope they do more than just because we've got Death Watch, we've got Blood Angels, and Space Wolves just now, and they're all sort of vaguely similar. Grab some Primaris and stick some customizations on them, but I think that could be really interesting just because it's a really quick, was it 50 power level? Sorry,
50 power, I think they come out.
Yeah. And I think that would just be really good just to add to armies or to build from scratch. I think they look okay, but I think they could do so much more with that and just like have a lot. And they released towards the end of this year the big massive sets of, there's the Primaris one, there's the Tau one, there's the Astra Militao, the big sets, but I think like sort of small mid price range sets should be really good for next year. And the fact they've got 3 already and they're looking for more should be good.
So about 85 quid, aren't they? So that's
yeah.
Than the start collecting pieces, which are around 55.
Oh, Pete's got the big one.
Oh, yeah. But they were only Christmas.
They actually do them nearly every year, to be fair. It's but I mean, you said you've only been back in it about a year, didn't you?
Yeah, I only go back to it.
Normally at Christmas, I mean, because one of my friends, Giant Paints Minis, if you're not following him, you must, if nothing more for the memes. He points out in November, don't buy anything because G-Dubs normally start teasing out what they're going to do as the big sets for Christmas. I mean, last year I did a whole Tyranid army and I wanted to get their Tyranid release last year. But I wasn't impressed by this year's because, I mean, to me, a Nid army should be swarms of crappy little gaunts. So when you just throw loads of Genestealers at it, I'm like, it didn't interest me. Whereas, like, you know, I keep ending up doing guard armies because you can do.
Someone likes Torture then, because I like the guard, but I'm a really slow painter. So that's something I need to start now if I want one by retirement.
After this week, I shouldn't really have done this, but I mean, those bloody Saxons are finished up.
Contrast paints make painting Tyranid hordes very viable.
I love contrast. I've used Black Temple.
Only acceptable reason.
Yeah. Was Contrast this year?
No, Contrast was
end of last year. Yeah, they drove Duncan out.
Changed my life. And then I got Black Templar, which I used for the Chaplain and Judicia.
No.
But yeah, that never existed last time I painted. I mean, drive rushing was the craze back then. That's how long ago that was. But yeah, but even despite that, I only ever do it to battle ready, but it will take me hours because I do them in batches. Contrast paint, that goes on in minutes, and then I'm like that, trying to get the light, trying to do the black paint, and I always say you've got to do it to the standard you're happy with, but that's not a good thing if you're OCD and a bit of a perfectionist. And in my case, you have neck steady hand and going blind, so I've got a high standard that I can't achieve, so it drives me mad. So Mills, any wish lists for next year for 40k?
My one wish for 2021 is plastic aspect warriors for the Eldar.
Yes.
That's my one wish.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm excited for the Death Guard. I'm excited for the new Death Guard Codex. I'm excited for, Pain and Piety, obviously, but it's like I'm so ready for plastic aspects. Like we have Banshees and Avengers, and that's it.
We got a new Guardian model on Lilith.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, totally. So that's all we need for the next 20 years,
Yeah.
I remember when they came out and we were like, these are amazing, and now you're bitching about them.
I don't like resin. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the thing is, like, the Dark Reapers and Striking Scorpions models are gorgeous. They're just made of resin, and they're made of not very good resin.
I look at the resin range, and then I look at the new plastic Banshees and the current plastic Dire Avengers, and I can't do it. Like, I can't bring myself to collect resin right now, and I'm like, with my luck, I would finally break down and start collecting fine casts, and then they would announce the plastic Eldar and release everything, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna wait. So for now, I'm just focusing on my sisters.
Mills, that means you have to take one for the team, because the sooner you buy a fine cast, the sooner we get plastic.
Oh my gosh. But everything's like out of production. Like everything, like a lot of, like my local game store, they straight up said like, yeah, like they're not making like resin stuff anymore. Like you can't, like there's like one box of Scorpions and one box of Swooping Hawks like at my game store. And so it's like it's I don't know how it is for you guys where you're at, but at my local game store, it's getting harder and harder to get a hold of the current range. That gives me a clue, or at least like a hopeful clue that maybe they're working on it. Fingers crossed.
They really need to revamp it, the Eldar range completely.
Yeah, that's my one wish for 2021. But I am looking forward to the Dark Eldar that are coming out in Pain and Piety, because that looks pretty cool.
You know what? Speaking of Dark Eldar, I'll keep my one brief. If I have one wish for 2021, it'll be the same wish that I've had for God knows how many years.
Lose your viewpoint.
Look, I still haven't forgiven GW for taking Asdrubal Vect out of the Dark Eldar Codex in 6th edition.
Yes.
I've held that. They took him out of the Codex, and I was like, why? Where is he? And then we got a new codex, still no Vect. We got a new codex, where is Vect? And when they announced Pain and Piety, I was like, on one hand, woohoo. On the other hand, if we go another codex without Vect, I'm just going to flip. So
hold on. The actual Vect, the guy in charge of
Asdrubal Vect, the guy who had an ancient pimpy Days of Destruction with his like slaves on it and his incubi with great they were great coat incubi, for crying out loud. The Days of Destruction is true. He had an old model, he had rules in 5th edition, but then they took him out in 6th edition and in 7th edition, and it's heartbreaking.
Probably because the two girls that were on the dice have Me Too'd him, and we all know how that went.
You know what? Removing the old model is fine, but give us a new one.
See, the thing is, though, like jumping on that though, RTLW does a version of Asdrubal, and it actually comes with male or female slaves.
Really?
Yeah.
Let's not get into the gender argument just yet.
No.
I got super excited with this artwork, because that vehicle at the top has underslung guns, which no Dark Eldar vehicle has. And I was like, he's here. It's Vect. He's back. And then he wasn't.
Yep.
Again.
It's really disappointing because, like, in the lore, Asdrubal Vect is so freaking cool.
Such a hardcore.
He's one of the few Eldar-related characters that was actually around for the fall.
He's just a Giga Chad. Like,
if I remember correctly, yeah.
He was a slave.
So cool.
He was a slave at the time of the fall. But yes.
But yeah, like he remembers it though, which is crazy.
He faked his own death so that he could fake his own ascension to godhood.
Yep.
As you do.
Deep. Sorry, can I just say, no one saw me having to change my sign over because it's not inverted.
Boy.
Look at it. What's the
Whoa.
That was so good. Professionals here. You professionals here.
All right, we can hear the
I want to see. Can I butt in with this?
You're gonna put in.
I'm going to. Basically, right. I think we can all collectively say that we haven't had enough Space Marine stuff this year. So I don't know whether it's a Space Marine.
Mute him now. Mute him now.
I don't. Oh, bloody hell!
I'm coming for you.
Don't worry, ladies and gentlemen, that is a prop that she was using. He does work.
It's
Unfortunately, it's not. We've already had that. So
I'm loving this. Though. What is that?
This is a Dao.
Oh,
it's a very ancient Chinese blade.
oh, I prefer Kukris, mate. That's where it's at. Kukris
Are hardcore.
Kukris are hardcore. Yeah. Right. So,
I'm going to mute you in a minute.
No. My opinion matters. No. So, I genuinely believe it's about time. It's about time that we get another Primarch. I've said it.
No,
I've said it.
Rejecting that.
We're all going to be dead before any of it finishes. We will all be like, my nephews might see Korax come back at some point.
True, but bear in mind, it's 4,000 years in the future, so we're definitely going to be dead.
It just doesn't we do need another Primarch because we've had Mortarion, we've had not Fulgrim, sorry. Magnus. My nephew's called Magnus. I still forget his name. Right, we've had Magnus, we've had Mortarion, so we are due another Primarch. And Gilliman alone up here, he's already got daddy issues. Now he's getting sibling issues. Do you know what I mean? You know, he's the only child. We need more.
Forge World has almost all the Primarchs. Just go play 30k. The Horus Heresy's there for you.
There you go.
Thank you.
Horus Heresy.
30.
Yeah. So, you want to know what we're looking forward to?
Yes, please.
Definitely. I just want him to crank all the codexes out as fast as possible. Sitting around waiting. Do I want to get to play with my thing now? Finally, it's the waiting is the worst part. So hopefully, we get a ton of those real soon, real fast.
Yeah, that's a good one.
My secret hope is that maybe we get new with whenever the Chaos Codex comes out. I'd love to see Khorne Berserkers get an update. That was the biggest glaring omission from the Chaos revamp last year. Was that Berserkers are so derpy. They're so bad.
But isn't it satisfying if you have Chaos Berserkers and you are quite they're the derpiest, cutest little but isn't it nice to know that they could still go to town like absolutely butchers and Primaris who are like 2 foot 4 foot taller than them? So
yeah,
there's a little bit, I get it. They are a little bit but then it also goes to the same thing as the Eldar though. So Mills is right. Do you know what I mean? All of it needs a revamp. All of it. I mean, what they've been doing for the last month. Come on, guys.
Yeah, I think really the Eldar need to get the same level of treatment that the Necron got with the 9th edition release.
I agree.
A War in Heaven supplement would be amazing.
I think no. War in Heaven is too big. Like we get into pre-shattered Catan.
Yeah, we're not going back.
Like about the Heresy, have done it now. So.
Oh yeah, but I mean, like it's like there's Warhammer 40k. There's the Horus Heresy. There's the Dark Age of Technology, and then there's the War in Heaven. Like there's even the Dark Age of Technology is so insanely mind-blowingly huge. You couldn't do a model range for it. I mean, some of the stuff Alenius Pius talks about in the audio dramas is mind-bending. The good old days.
See, it's just going off on one. See, it's just going on.
I'm not. I'm stopping here.
Hit him with the crank. No, he's fine.
No, I will restrain myself.
Did I miss anybody off? Louis, did you tell us what you were most looking forward to?
No, I didn't. So I'm just going to go again and say Primarchs. We do need another Primarch. For us boys, who haven't got enough already. Do you know what I mean? I want to say they do need to do something though. Sorry, they do need to do something. Otherwise, it's just going to be 30k but in 40k. We're just going to have Marines against Marines. And now I want to see more love going towards Xenos. Absolutely, definitely, without a doubt. That's what I want to see. That's
maybe a new Xenos race. That's what I've been hearing on forums.
Yeah. A new race, goodness.
Yeah, I've heard
the new Xenos artwork that we got in the 9th edition Codex. Just the one page of artwork of like the big mushroom boys and the weird blind guys and the floaty ball, all the different stuff. Oh man, like give us some HRUD for crying out loud.
Yeah.
Flavors.
I love a HRUD migration.
Mhm.
Or actually even a Vespid range. Like expand on the Stingwings a bit. There's a lot of potential there. I think with the new Tau Codex, I would love to see models of those Tau Space Marines that we got artwork for. That the guy did the fan art in the year.
Yeah, see, I heard it was going to be a bit like the giant stuff that they've brought out for Warhammer. What they called?
Trolls?
Yeah. The giants.
Yeah, what are they? I don't fancy Warhammer anymore. Not since I was.
The Age of Sigmar lore is insanely mythical.
It's gone now. It's done.
I've got real issues with AOS because
really
to play it was good old-fashioned Warhammer, and I had Dark Elves. I had a big black dragon. I had all of the.
You can still use all of them.
I'll get back into Warhammer as well as 40k, and then I was like, Order, Chaos. I don't understand all of this, and all there is some witch elves. I'm like, well, that's no fun for me. Luckily, I made the right choice and stuck with 40k, but yeah, it just put me off.
I think a lot of it though comes down to the fact that everyone collected fantasy. I had Undead, and my brother had Empire, but that was 20 years ago. No one was investing in fantasy. No one. So, you went into any GW store. I never saw anyone playing fantasy. It was always 40k because people had not grown out of it, but it burnt out as a franchise or whatever they call it.
Yeah.
So they went, we need a reboot. We need, like everyone else. But was it the best idea? I mean, and then you had the amazing Total War games that came out, and you had thousands of people wanting to get into fantasy and then being told it doesn't exist anymore. No, the Lizardmen flew up in a spacecraft, and the Skaven. But yeah, so I think they just saw a business decision. That's what it came down to. They certainly didn't want to kill it.
No, well, they're bringing the old world back. We got that announcement like nearly a year ago now. Square bases are coming back. We've gotten artwork of the Kislevites, which like new Kislev models with their polar bear cavalry will be insane.
Oh, okay.
But
just words to me now.
you don't play fantasy battles and you don't know Kislev?
Oh, Keystone. I thought you said Keystone. I was like, doesn't that mean bottom? I don't know what you're talking about.
No, Kislevites, big polar bear Russians,
and the Ice Tsar, the Tsarists,
the Russians of the.
This is War.
Now, before we get very racist, let's move on.
No. Accents can't possibly be racist. You just ask Mills. She does it in English.
It's not racist if it's the English. It's not racist.
No, it's even worse. She goes, I can do a British accent. I'm like, oh yeah, let's go ahead. I'm just going to get Saoirse in here. Let's just see what a British accent is. How you doing? Drop them on to me. And it's like, no, you can't do that. You can't do that. It's all right. I'm a Haggerty.
I think this is the point where we stop because this is going to be
I will give you a one-time paddy pass because you have Irish heritage. You get a one-time paddy pass.
Not supporting his red hair because I'm patriotic.
However, you guys have had your like the chat here. It's full of the countrymen. So my fellow countrymen. So
yeah, I saw that. Get him.
Oh,
the Gaelic. I don't know what that is.
I've just realised that we're an Aussie short.
I know. I messaged him. I said, "Get out of bed, you lazy."
You've only just noticed that now.
We were supposed to have painted plastic wargaming, aka Daniel from Australia.
Just rolls off the tongue, doesn't it? Just rolls.
He sent a message into the chat early on in the stream.
Yeah. In his defence, it's just turned 6 a.m., 7 a.m.
No excuse.
That's ridiculous.
unacceptable.
That's outrageous. Because he was going to do a little showcase of his miniatures, but unfortunately,
if he came on now, we could just get him to answer all of the questions we've asked.
We could just put him on screen. We could have a
two questions.
in
an hour. I love it. I love tangents.
So I've got to skip that.
Well, we know.
Oh,
The only thing I had left on my list, people, was does anybody have any announcements of stuff they're planning to do next year? So I assume Naptime Hobbies will be streaming. You'll catch not James R on TikTok. I hope that never stops because it's hilarious.
Yeah.
Anybody else got any plan? Saoirse, we got any lore stuff coming? Pete, Ian, the guild. The guild I
Trying to avoid prison.
say that again.
Myself and Louis made a loose plan to talk about some custodians in some streams and do a bit on Age of Sigmar, because a lot of the Age of Sigmar is really...
Hi, Saoirse, thank you. No.
He is gone. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, no, I've been cut off. There's a lot of people who. This is going to seem a little bit like I'm just atting you, Simon, but there is a lot of people who just kind of dismiss Age of Sigmar because they didn't like its initial release, and its initial release was kind of weak. But since then, they have built so much lore into it with the new books and the audio dramas and the new stages of it. It's just become such a rich world. So we'll talk a little bit about that. I'm going to be doing my own Sisters of Battle Army. I'll be posting them online and whatnot as I paint them. And myself and my brother will be working on our own pen and paper role-playing game set in a science fiction setting that we have been writing ourselves for about 9 years. So, yes, I will be shamelessly plugging that left, right, and center. At the moment, we're just fleshing out the lore and developing rules with some of our friends, but there will be a lot more of that in the coming 12 months.
Well, I assume the Name of Skill's getting an exclusive on that one, but if I could have second shot, that would be great.
Hey, look, when we need, we'll need more pairs of eyes. We'll need play testers and extra opinions other than my friends who are naturally biased against everything I do. Dark Star Beta test crew there. My best friend, he's already on board. So you guys will be hearing a lot about that in the coming months. So I figured this is a good time to get that out there to you guys. So
good. Well, that was way more exciting than what I was expecting. So. Anybody else got anything planned? Any scheduled events or stuff?
Can I just say for Mills? I'm so sorry. But for Mills, she's doing the Horus Heresy, and she said, Louis, I need someone who can do amazing accents. I need someone who can do. Nope.
I totally said that, Louis.
So naturally, Louis was
100%.
send you to me.
I pleaded for hours and hours my case. No, so we're doing an audition tonight, guys. So who can do the best Primarch Lehman Russ? I'm joking. But send your sound bites to Mills. Send your sound bites to Mills. Time Hobbies had something.
Yeah, we're going to be launching our YouTube channel. So sometime this year. Yeah, we've got like the intro done and a couple of first videos like in progress right now. So once we have like our first 3 or so, we'll do a launch, and then we're going to do videos after that. But yeah, so we're going to be doing YouTube and Twitch this year. So
Can you send your intros to people, or is it just like you want to keep it under your hat? Because I'd love to put that on the guild's account, because I Simon's one's awesome. Like, where do you get these things done? Oh my word, I need to learn things.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't posted it yet to YouTube, so when we do, I'll definitely send it your way.
Awesome.
Well, we'll definitely get sharing that anyway. Get some promotion done. So yeah, that's that. Anybody else got anything? So I don't think I don't know. For me,
I've got something. A few things. So the guild is officially having our first meetup at Warhammer World, hopefully in June. We're going to say hopefully in June. And it's obviously because everyone should be back. I don't know if you are.
I'll be there if I can.
Yeah, well, that's it. So it's going to be me, George, David, and Connor, and who else was there? Taylor, and that's the core. We'll keep going up, and we're going to be doing there for the weekend. And so what we were hoping, actually, the whole point of the guild was me wanting to get a community together so we can go to Warhammer World and have a big meetup and have a knees up basically in Budman. But obviously that's all in respect to the fact that there could be things in place that would hamper that. So we've got to be a bit sort of do it on the hoof, so to speak. So but no, Saoirse, if he wants anyone, that's the whole point. The whole point is that we're all just going to invade Warhammer World, do a bit of pilgrimage for those who've never been, and so really excited for that. So you got to come,
mate.
And the Americans will forget about the Americans. It's like I invite everyone, and I realise they're across the Atlantic, Louis. Don't be so oh my god. But yeah, but we get good deals on Premier Inn, so. I've got a friend who works at Premier Inn, so we'll get cheap accommodation. So, hey!
Maybe I can get iPads and just carry them round so they could be virtually present. I think we.
Yes, because that's not incredibly sad.
The toy soldiers. I don't think we get to call what's sad.
Oh, mate, we're top tier nerds, though. I mean, have you ever been to what was it, Firestorm in Cardiff? And there's like the Yu-Gi-Oh players, there's the Yu-Gi-Oh players, and then there's the 40k players. There's the Yu-Gi-Oh tribe.
I love that you're judging Yu-Gi-Oh players. Like, why is there so much judgment there?
I don't know. We actually had a beef with them, and I couldn't work out why it was, but I think they just hated us because we had big tables. We had like 60 tables for 40k. Firestorm in Cardiff is absolutely. I think it's the biggest gaming centre out actually in Europe, actually. But it's not as good as Warhammer World. Got to admit, the sort of environment of Warhammer World is. If for those of you who haven't been, it's amazing, and it's such a cool atmosphere. It's such an amazing atmosphere. It's something else. You got the is it the museum or exhibit as well, which is absolutely fantastic. So definitely to anyone.
I'm funny asked to help somebody renew their vows at it next time because they found out I was ordained. I'm like, oh crap, what have I got myself in for here?
Ordained in with who?
Universal Life Church.
Oh,
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny you should mention Yu-Gi-Oh players there, Louis, because it's funny. So our local game shop has actually been overrun by the Yu-Gi-Oh players. So it's not a Games Workshop store; it's an independent stockist. But the Yu-Gi-Oh clan has grown. It's just all children. There's easily about 30 or 40 kids who play Yu-Gi-Oh in the shop. So every Saturday morning, not Yu-Gi-Oh, it's Pokemon. Yeah, Pokemon more so than Yu-Gi-Oh. Yes. Pokemon crowd, the kids. So normally they would come in early in the morning. They play Pokemon until about 11:30, then they'd leave, and we play Warhammer from 12 to 6. But in the last couple of years, Pokemon has just gone on longer and longer and longer, and nowadays Pokemon goes until about 1:30 in the afternoon, and we only ever get like 3 hours to actually play Warhammer in the shop.
That's not enough.
Which is terrible. But also, like, for the shop to run, it's got to provide business, and there's maybe about 12 Warhammer players, except for since I got like another 4 of my friends into Warhammer this year. One of the guys, we literally just ganged together and bought him an Imperial Guard army for Christmas. No, for his birthday.
Nice.
He didn't ask for it.
He
knew he liked the lore. We knew he was interested in guards, and so we were like, he's playing Warhammer whether he wants to or not.
So what you're saying is you're the gateway drug into you are.
I am the guy you run into it in a dark alley like, hey kids, want some Warhammer models?
Someone get a soundbite of that.
Please do not buy Warhammer models ever.
I found out today that same guy has gotten his girlfriend trying out Sisters of Battle.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
So it spreads. It's soon enough everyone I know will be playing Warhammer whether they want to or not.
Yeah, it's almost like glitter, just insidious.
Yeah.
Just a little bit of glitter, but it'll get everywhere.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to save the world, or at least people's mind, mental health through the lockdown restrictions.
Yeah, if everybody plays Warhammer, they can channel all of the world's hate into hating, Space Marine releases or Xenos or Heretics or the Emperor, and that way they won't hate actual real world things.
Yeah.
That's my master.
Well, guys, we've done it. We've solved the problem of the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, if only more people were, I'd say, watching this stream, I'm fairly sure that Fish have brought everybody he knows because they're flooded. I've got an award now, thank you, gents, for the gents that have come through. I've got a little star rating on Twitch or something.
You know what? It's not even everyone I know. It's just the 4 most annoying.
You're gonna get banned from Twitch.
And this is when chat turns against us.
It's my social. It's actually the 5. It's my social recluse. It's my pint man, just the small drunk guy. It's my best friend, and our 2 champion autistic friends. And they're just ruining my life as usual. Stewie is here as well. But yeah, no, I do actually. I want to take an opportunity to say something I've reflected on with my friends and family just recently. Is one of the most fantastic things about 40k and Warhammer in general is as every year goes by, it becomes more and more household. When I started collecting Warhammer, especially, if you were talking to new people, or especially if you were talking to somebody you liked, if you brought up Warhammer at all, you'd be really tentatively testing the waters and whatnot. Yeah. Whereas now, every year there's a new video game. There's new audio dramas. There's the animated series coming out. It's just becoming so much more household, and it's so spectacular to see. Just to see Warhammer becoming more ubiquitous and more well known, and it just the way it came from almost like a cult following of nerds in basements, and now it's nerds above ground.
The interesting thing for us is that we have this situation right now where Nick's mom is actually living with us because of the baby to help out with that. And I think the really fun part is she's getting into Twitch with us. She's knowing the lore as we're talking about it. So she actually has her own Twitch handle and will come into chat as Grandma Nap Time and just throw stuff in there. And it's a blast. It's so funny, how much of the lore and stuff she's picking up. She's like, "Oh yeah, that," and we're like, "Oh no, you're exposed."
My mom once convinced a guy that she collected Space Marines because she just recited things she'd heard my brother and I saying so much.
Well, I have the situation where I live with my Nepali mother-in-law, and she just looks at me I don't know, just so quizzically. They have no idea what Warhammer is. And it's one of those things. And she's like, "Don't you drink? Don't you? What do you do?" And I was like, "Oh, this is what I do. This is." And she just what is this? So and then she came in, and I was when we played the one sole game of Warhammer this year with me and David. She came out. She's a very Christian woman and a bit of a Bible basher, and she comes out and she just goes, are they? Is this for money? Are they playing for money? No. It's just a game. It's just a game. But no, I think people it is. But the thing is, here in the UK, I think the thing which we can say is that name me another hobby, a hobby like ours that has a shop in every major town in the country. And no one can people go, football clubs don't have Reading Football Club don't have certainly don't have anything, to be honest. Don't have a shop in the town, but Warhammer does. Do you know what I mean? So I think for us it's a little bit easier because everyone knows when I start saying Warhammer, they go, "Oh, that's the shop with the weird toys and stuff." That's the one.
Well, what's funny is Mills and us are in the same town, and so when we figure that out, we're like, okay, so what's the hobby store you go to? And there's so many up here that you can actually have the conversation about okay, who's got what do we all have where? And I don't know, Mills. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's only one game. There's two Warhammer shops in Ireland, but there is an independent like hobby shop pretty much everywhere where there isn't a Warhammer shop. We got Dungeons and Donuts in Galway, the Gathering here. There's probably one in Waterford if there's anything in Waterford really. But yeah, it's
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
it's-
sort of the same up here. There's not that many Games Workshop shops, but every other street corner's got a hobby shop, and they'll have 18 units of Imperial Guard, 1 unit of Eldar, and go have fun.
Yeah. What I find really interesting, like living, like I don't know, like how different it is in the UK or wherever you guys are, but I know where in the area where Naptime and I live, it's like we have like I know near where they live, they have like this huge game store that even has like a restaurant attached to it, and it's like really fancy and really cool, and they have all kinds of different games and stuff. And I have one that I go to down the street, and it's like in my town, like we have a Games Workshop, but it's like this big. It's a very small, like very little, like hole in the wall store, and so I just go to the one that's bigger. So I don't know if like Games Workshop stores in the UK are like that, where they're just like it's Games Workshop, but it's like really small. I don't know.
Ours just became the Glasgow one got shrunk, and it is now like one of the smaller ones, which is weird, but it's still like big enough to. There's still enough stuff in it, but yeah, it did shrink. So I know what you mean. Like, there's like bigger shops that are better, which is a weird one.
Yeah. I remember when you used to go in, it'd be wall-to-wall blister packs and metal minis, and now I go in and like you try and get some, they're like, no, we only do that direct. I'm like, what? What are you doing?
yeah. The old shop in Limerick used to have so many metal blister packs. Now the blister pack shelf is more for other miniature companies, you know, D&D minis and some specific. There's a different company. They do Lord of the Rings minis, but they're based on the books rather than based on the movies. But yeah, I like it's spectacular. I went to Cambridge once to visit a friend, and when I got there, something had come up. My friend couldn't meet up with me for like 4.5 hours, and I was stuck in Cambridge. I was in a city I'd never been with nowhere to go. So of course I just looked up Games Workshop Cambridge, and it came up on the map. It was like half an hour straight down the main street. I went there and I was like, hello, I play Warhammer. I've never been here. Can I just hang out for a couple of hours? And you know, they welcomed me in. They pointed me out to some other guys. Budapest, as my best friend just pointed out there in the chat. Tell them about Budapest. I was at Siget Music Festival in Budapest with my best friend Owen. He's a prick. There was one of the days in the festival, there was no gigs on that we were interested in, so we got a taxi into the city, and we were like, what's the shop called? I can't remember what the shop is called, but Owen will come in there with the chat, with it in the chat in a second. But yeah, there was a Warhammer shop that apparently one of my friends had told me was amazing. So we hunted it down, and it was like an hour and a half of walking through the city in the blistering heat. And like it's a burger restaurant with fantasy themed cocktail menu. Like there was a cocktail Hammer Time Cafe, yeah. There was a cocktail for each Chaos God. There was a dwarven one, an elf one, a dark elf one. There was a couple for some of the Empire provinces from Fantasy Battles. They had chain swords and bolters on the walls and everything, like really, really high quality props. So we just got to go in there and have the biggest, juiciest, most fantastic burgers and talk about Warhammer with a bunch of Hungarians that we'd never met in our lives. And that's it. Like literally, you could go anywhere in the world. Like, you know, Nick and Kelsey or Mills, you guys could go to Australia or even the Philippines have Warhammer shops. Yeah, and just be like, hello, we share a hobby. Let's be friends.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, it's generally better than church, to be honest with you, because it's like, when I go on holiday, I go to see other churches and the Warhammer shops, and I think I spend longer in the Warhammer shops. But the thing is, though, it's just that, especially when I've been here in the UK, I've literally gone in and gone sanctuary, sanctuary, and just stroll in, and they just sort of know what I mean. Because if I was, you know, shopping with my fiance or something, they just know why I'm there, and it doesn't matter what, you know, and you normally get such a good reception. I sort of had a beef with a guy in Cardiff, but I think it's one of the things where nepotism, unfortunately, does sort of come into it a little bit. It's not the best person who gets the job, but it's like the person who is known by the manager or whatever the case may be. And so you have the sort of the sales pitch is basically, I remember going in and said, oh, I would really like to know what I need more of. You know, I've got this, I've got that. And I had about 500 to 1,000 point army already. And I was just getting back into the hobby. And the guy just went into the usual sort of, oh, you need the starter set. I was like, this is before Primaris. So everything in the starter set I already had. But his just sort of mentality was, oh, get the starter set. I was like, oh, okay. And then luckily I found another group of stuff. But that helped me sort of along the way. But I think really it doesn't matter where, like the best time I had when I was in Milan was when I went and saw the Warhammer shop in Milan. They are so, I've never seen someone wear a Gucci, is it a Gucci? I don't know what, it must have been something. It's beautiful tailored suit, and he's got an apron on. He's got one of those little aprons on, right? And then he's got Texas on everything, and he's painting Warhammer in this random little Warhammer shop, which had a basement, and it was brilliant. It was brilliant, and like you said, it doesn't matter where you are in the world. If you just say, "Oh, I'm into this," you'll get a little bit of a ribbon if you say you play Tower or something. But that's it. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Love it. I love it. It's a great community.
The greater good.
I'm going to lose some guests, I'm afraid. Obviously, Naptime Hobbies needs to go because they have baby duties, as does me. So
Naptime's over. Yeah.
Naptime's over. I mean, I told you, legit. So yeah, thank you guys so much for joining.
Yeah, this was awesome.
Thanks for having us. It's a ton of fun.
Yeah.
And giving up your afternoon, lunchtime, and time that you would be spending hobbying whilst the baby's asleep. So. Yeah, Merry Christmas. Oh,
Yeah.
Merry Christmas, guys.
So
Take
yeah,
care.
as well.
Bye, guys.
Take care, guys.
Shifty, you've got to go as well, haven't you, mate?
I'm knackered, mate. It's been a long night. Yeah, he was up early. I got the short straw, so you know, I want to go sleep.
I don't blame you. Thank you so much, mate, for jumping on. Really appreciate you
Thanks
spending
for
the time.
coming.
Die the Emperor.
Bye.
See you soon, mate.
Yeah,
Die the Emperor or die trying.
there's more Gaunt's Ghost stuff coming soon. Trust me.
Well, take care, mate. Thank you.
Take care. Bye.
FYI, I just spoke to Daniel, and he is inbound. He's coming in hot, apparently.
Oh,
Well, to join at the end of the stream.
Yeah. Well, this is the funny thing. He's not even American, so he can't do the usual, oh, always late. So, you know.
Yeah, Mills, don't put up with that, man.
What does being American have to do with it? Like, what?
Turning up late. Always turning up late.
Who was late?
Sorry, Louis, you were late.
Sorry,
Yeah, it's
I
like,
can't
excuse
speak
me, I was
loud.
on
I can't.
time, Louis.
to be fair, he turned up to this one, which is an improvement.
That's true.
Oh
At
my
least he,
gosh.
what was your excuse, Louis? Huh?
Huh?
Mhm.
I was trying to. Wait, Daniel, show yourself. Oh, okay. I don't know
Can you
who's-
not read Daniel?
That's not. Is that his spelled Daniel?
No. Oh, sorry, Danielle. Jesus.
Oh, okay. I was
JJ.
like, in my head, I was like, well, no.
JJ,
no,
you
don't show your dyslexia. No, you're not now. Show your soft on your belly. Oh gosh, your weakness. Wait, the Americans leave and you'll start.
You've made Naptime really upset. That's a shame.
Hey, Naptime Hobby swore. They swore.
Where?
Yeah, in the chat. Wait, the Americans leave and you'll start talking shit.
Still here.
God, it was nearly historical.
We've got one American still here, so who knows how
yeah,
it'll
I'm
end
gonna
once I leave.
I'm gonna out Louis to the chat though, to all of my friends lurking there, ready for whatever scraps they can sink their teeth into. I think one of my favorite Louis moments was during our first live stream. We're talking about books, and you said to me, you were like, you know what I love is in the Gaunt's Ghosts books, the Commissar Ibram. Oh, what's his name? He's Ibram. And I was just staring at the camera like, Ibram Gaunt. He's Gaunt.
Oh my god!
You would. It's.
I will say though. Oh, sorry, I'm so bad. Sorry. Oh my gosh, I've never laughed like that in my life. Oh my gosh, look how blushed I am. Oh my god, that is so funny. I can't. But do you know what? I will say. If I remember correctly, that was mid-November when we did that, wasn't it? That.
Yeah.
And what I didn't realise is that I had the onset of COVID at that point, and I couldn't string sentences together for that entire 2 weeks of being like just bedridden, and it's I'm just playing Attila Total War. So Rin, I'm looking at you, mate. Wait, so I'm going to pass you. I'm going to pass them to Saoirse.
I'll
over there.
I'll move him over. Hang on.
There we go. This fella. Oh, he's still pointing it. There we go. That fella. Yeah. Where is Daniel?
Daniel.
Look, don't worry. JJ is a pile of excrement, so don't mind.
Oh my god. Oh, but no, it's I'll tell you what.
A pile of.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I love it. It's just like the duck fat. So can I just say though, because obviously now the adults have left, we're a bit more like sort of unstructured. But who's going to be the first person to leave the chat? Can I just say, because like after a stag do and you're all on a WhatsApp group, and then just like who's the first person to leave the chat?
I'm staying on the Instagram chat because you guys are absolutely disgusting. I'm glad that. So I've told some of my friends about this part, but I'm glad that naming the chat "Duck Fat Wrestling Championship" stuck.
Yeah, I love that. I love that.
Inside joke.
We'll do this stream regularly. We'll do this stream once a month, and we'll be the Duck Fat Wrestlers.
That'll be fun.
Yeah. Can we all agree that we'll all leave as Daniel joins?
Yes.
Yeah. We'll be saying goodbye. Like, on the screen, we'll just be saying goodbye.
Pretend. Just like as soon as he comes in, it's like, oh, is that the time? Oh, goodness me. I best be like,
See, I can't do that because it's like 12:30 over here. So it's like, oh no, it's nighttime. Nope. It's lunchtime.
Just like blazing sun behind you somewhat sort of negates that. So yeah, it's just like you actually have daylight.
No, Jesus, JJ, the winner is the new Prime Minister of Australia. Oh, sorry, JJ's there being an idiot in the chat again.
Who's Charles?
Charles is dangerous.jpg.
Oh,
yeah.
I swear, you invite.
Actually, he's just Charles. There's only one of him. He's just Charles.
You invite and it just literally is just the chat just died. There's no like you'll have like some of the nameless guild guys coming in and having a few nice comments or questions, and then literally you just see just mates flagging each other off for about an hour.
It has been entertaining.
I mean, all I had was someone went, I think quite aggressively, have you never heard of a sports shop, mate? Yes, I have. But if you go to a sports shop, there's not a lacrosse shop or like, you go, there's no Yu-Gi-Oh shops, there's no Magic the Gathering shops, there's no Dungeons & Dragons, but there is a Warhammer shop because we're the elite of the nerd. We're top tier.
We're the absolute top tier apex nerds.
Yeah. Yes.
Neil, do you want to talk Horus Heresy a bit?
Oh, look at Mil.
I've barely started reading the first book, so not much to say. I will. Spoiler alert for those of you who don't know what happens in the Horus Heresy, I guess.
Horus is a heretic.
Horus is the
bad
Spoiler
guy.
alert.
For anyone who doesn't know,
Horus is the bad guy. There's lots of bad guys.
Erebus
there are no good guys in 40k. No, but I started reading the first book, Horus Rising, written by the amazing author Dan Abnett, and I'm only a few chapters into it, but I am already just blown away by his style of writing. Like, this is my first Abnett novel. And so it's my first Horus Heresy novel and my first Abnett novel, I believe. Because before this, I was reading the Eldar novels by Gav Thorpe. And his style of writing is different than Dan Abnett. I'm not going to say it's bad because I rather enjoy Gav Thorpe's
Yeah,
Eldar
definitely.
novels. So yeah, no, but like just the opening line, right, where you have Captain Loken, where he's like, I was there when Horus killed the Emperor, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is incredible. And then you read the rest of the first chapter, and it's like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
And it's incredible. And just like, and I think something that I really admire is how, because like everyone knows like the gist of what happens in the Horus Heresy, right? Like that's kind of like your beginner course in 40k. And so it's like, and I think that Dan Abnett like took advantage of the fact that like everyone knows what happens, and so he just throws in like all the ironic bits that he can in his writing. It's so cool. So like I'm not even halfway through the first book, because I am reading a book for a friend of mine who's trying to get published, and so I'm kind of helping her with that. But like I'm just blown away, and I'm loving it. So I'm gonna be like doing like occasional progress reports on my TikTok page, and I'll put them on my Instagram as well. I am also playing a game of catch up between my TikTok and Instagram, because I post on one more than I post on the other. So it's like, that's my project for the next little while, is getting my Instagram caught up.
I do live for your videos. Every time you buy something for Warhammer, it's like, I shouldn't buy it. Here it is.
Oh yeah, don't do it, girl. It's not worth it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm just thinking about it. I did it.
I did it. That was
yeah, no, that was one of the first sound bites that I heard when I got on TikTok for the first time, and I was like, this is incredible, and I immediately saved it because I knew that I was going to use it. And so now it's like whenever I buy something for myself that's Warhammer, it's like I'll just use that and like post about it. I did it.
No, you all like literally today. Me and my brother needed to buy new spray paint, so I spent €140. I did it.
I did. Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
oh my gosh.
Two cans of spray paint, another kit of Van Sars, a kit of Seraphims, and Van Sar weapons and heads, all Forge World.
Yep.
Oh my lord.
Yep.
I tell you what, bless him, up here, lovely little Rin. It's Rin. What's your take on the matter? What's your take on this?
On what?
On what? On TikTok? Where I'm spending a ridiculous amount of money on things.
I just didn't know if he was paying attention, guys. I was just trying to drop him in it because he's like literally looking at the screen like he's glazed over.
No, I blink more. I just don't blink. It's not good for hobbying when you just stare at the models for years on end. Over, I am paying attention. I was following the TikToks, but
you can paint for long. You can paint for longer if you don't blink.
Exactly. You don't make mistakes if you don't blink.
That's what happens to me when I play video games. Like when I was my husband and I were dating a few years back, and he was showing me the Halo games on his Xbox, and I was playing through them, and then I was playing for like hours and hours, and then I like did like a good long blink, and like my eyes were so dry, and like I started crying, and he was like, "Babe, are you okay?" And I'm like, "I haven't blinked in like 2 hours."
It's the family guy just super slow. It's like, there we go, hydrated.
Oh
there you
my god!
go.
No, it was wonderful, wasn't it? When he sees Sandy's like I haven't seen it for decades, but and it's just like, but he dries out and then he blinks, and it's just like his eyelids are going over like rock.
His eyelids crack and.
Yeah.
But Simon, do you have any more questions? Do you have it? Because
Daniel, which would have added on about 5 minutes of answers plus his little showcase of his miniatures, and now he's taking ages to join.
Yeah.
So I
think we may have to abandon the Aussie.
I'm afraid I think we're going to have to, because I really need to top up my beer before it runs out. And yeah, well, as my wife has pointed out, I haven't eaten yet. So.
No, you don't need to eat if you have beer. It's fine.
You need to have your dinner.
I need to turn this into it's not a specimen, Talbot, I assure you. It is that's what my sprues turn into. If anyone's got any sprues they don't want, send them my way. I'll pay postage and packaging.
Is addressed on the internet, because that's a safe way to acquire
Yes, just give me your address, Louis.
Post it right now. Nothing could go wrong.
Yeah, tell what, Louis, just say your address now on this stream. All
Live
of my
on the
friends
internet.
are trustworthy.
Yeah, there we go. No
Simon, will this stream be available to watch back?
It will, absolutely. YouTube should automatically do that, but this should record as well. I was going to send it to Louis. I thought I don't know how long it'll be, but if you wanted to post it on the channel, I think you can do that. Since people might want to see it via you rather than me. I'll see but it should automatically on YouTube be able to watch it back, and Twitch, I believe. Don't know about Facebook. Haven't looked it up. I don't think anybody is actually watching us from Facebook because we've got.
It's a dead site. It's a dead site. It's
So
Facebook is done. We don't know her.
I mean, everything I shared, I just shared the YouTube link. So,
well, I shared the YouTube link on my TikTok, so I'll have to just do something else. But
can I just say, Daniel said I was waiting for ages in stream to join, but then got a phone call. How long do I have? Like none. Like we're.
Hey, Kilted Viking started following me. That's very sweet. Thank you, Brandon. Thank you.
The bloody Aussie. What do I tell him?
You tell him he's done.
Yeah, I said we're shutting down. We're having a nice little.
To the boys in the chat. Is it death to the Aussie? Is that what we're looking at? Give them a second.
It's actually a wrestling match to solve it. But no, I was going to say, Louis, perhaps we'll do something that's a bit more on his time zone.
Yes.
You and I could do a bit later, especially with the hours you work. That perhaps we can make it a bit fairer to the Aussie. I thank you guys. I didn't get to say this before to everybody, but this made my Christmas. So.
It's been great.
Content creators on a channel to chat to me and then let some other people watch it. It was nice. So I want to do this again. I think seriously, lovely thing. But then hopefully people will be able to say, well, this is what I did last month. Hopefully you'll have some stuff to share, get more structure around it. I can stop getting a fear over the technology and worrying what's going to work and not work, and actually participate a bit more. But no, thank you guys. It made our Christmas.
Someone on the transfer stuff.
Thank you so much as well for organising this, Simon.
Thank you for having us and letting us on.
Yeah, this was awesome.
Yeah, so I did want to just say though, I don't know if it's just me, but I can hear Rin really well. I can hear Mills really well. And anyone else with mics, I heard like headset mics or whatever, I heard really well. But other people sound a bit echo. I'm not sure whether it's just me, but I can hear it's perfect. I can still hear what you're saying, but the quality.
I realized as I sat down for this that I'd left my headphones downstairs because normally I'm based downstairs. I commandeered the painting desk for this stream, so I realized at the last second.
Yeah, and I checked camera and PC. I had a laptop go down on me. I then had to buy a new camera. Yeah, not in giggle. I had to buy a new camera. Yeah, you set them all up. They're all giggling away. I had a laptop. I then had to rearrange. Oh, and then Emma's laptop wouldn't. The camera was poor quality, so I had to bring in my PC, set up a Mac. I had to buy a new camera, and testing everything. And I got so flustered about it. Yeah, you're right. Headsets, you have all been perfect. Even Mills, who at the start I thought was a bit quiet, and then Em said no one can hear me. So great. Shout out to your lot, Saoirse. Thank you, gents.
Thank you for keeping me entertained.
Yeah, they've been keeping Em very, very entertained, wetting herself. And thank you guys. So
Kilted is following everyone, but I don't think. Hold on.
Kilted, my name down here at the bottom of my screen. That's me on Instagram.
I'll tell you what. I'll make it easy. I'll put everybody's captions up. So we'll start with Louis. So you can follow me on
There we go.
At the name.
And if you look up the same thing but with spaces and art at the end, you'll find me on Facebook. But this is my Instagram.
Nice.
Yeah.
Let's get room.
No, I'm not Naptime Hobbies. That's not me.
Oh,
One of them, but that's not me.
Ian is the naptime hobbies now. Is consumed Kelsey and Nick.
it's not showing it. No, wrong one again.
There we go.
It is
Yes.
Ian. You put
There we
ring,
go.
it's Ian, and on your actual name you just put Ian. So I'm looking for an I.
Oh, right, I see.
I've got it ready, Mills. Don't worry, this is going to be faultless.
Yay!
Hooray!
Yep. So my handle is the same on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. I don't use Twitter that much except to complain about people who complain about Games Workshop.
Oh, right. Oh my gosh,
Right.
that's gonna be. Oh, we've got to
Like,
have
you
a
guys
debate.
gotta chill. No,
Big
like,
have a
I
debate.
literally-
Games Workshop for
like,
being
I
brilliant.
have Twitter, but I literally use it to be like, guys, let's just chill out and enjoy the model releases. And then people are like, people don't see it because I think the only people who follow me are Saoirse and Simon. I think you're my two.
Yeah,
my two guys.
I never used Twitter, but you followed me, so I followed you back. So
Yeah.
we can like counter follow each other.
I have no idea what that is. No idea.
Twitter's
No
just a
idea.
dumpster fire, honestly, but
It is
it
a
is what
dumpster
it
fire.
is.
Like, honestly, can I just give a big thank you as well? I mean, I know they're not here, but to GW for the absolute Chad move they pulled the other day when they announced, just with Brexit coming in, that they will be shouldering the extra customs fees, and it won't be making products more expensive in the EU for EU customers. And as somebody who's in Ireland across the pond from you guys, it makes such a huge difference, and we're all really concerned for what effects Brexit would have in the hobby, and it really is just such a fantastic move of them to do that for us. So. Yeah, I have so much appreciation and love for GW. You're totally right, Mills. Like, just enjoy the model releases and appreciate GW.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we are really dragging out the end of this because hoping Dan.
Do you know what?
Trying to get
Do you want me to call him? Do you want me to call him?
I think
I'm going to send him the link. We've
Yeah,
got
I'm going to call him.
the whole 5 seconds that we can get him on. He's made the effort.
if we could just get him in to say goodbye, and so that all of my friends can meet the great duck fat wrestler.
Yeah, no, it's what
He may also wrestle ducks. I don't know.
Oh man. I will let you guys know that, like, in the process of this stream, I've gotten like 3.5 Repentia sisters put together, and I'm very excited. What are they? Eviscerators? Is that what they're called?
Yeah,
the chainsaws they have. They're so
That's good.
cool. I mean, she's a little gray, but
they're such stunning. I would
So
absolutely
cool.
I would have loved to be hobbying like while I'm doing this, but my hobby setup really is like the hobby area we have is the size of my laptop. So
I'm the same problem. I run out of room here, so it's not
no, exactly. Like it's just it's the edge of an extra board for the laptop. On my left is my mortifiers, on my sisters. On my right is my Minotaur.
Oh yes, mortifiers are fun.
Ultramarines mug, but I mean, so hobby space is still a bit scarce.
Oh no, did Daniel use the wrong link? Oh
think he did.
no.
He's coming.
That's what Naptime just said.
He's coming.
Oh, Eviscerators.
Eviscerators.
Yeah. Now flashback. Yeah.
Ladies and
Seriously, I
gentlemen,
would like to point out it's taken me the whole stream, but I've seen what you're wearing in the bottom half.
Sorry?
It's taken me the whole stream, but I've seen what you're wearing in the bottom half, so it's worked.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you got
The plan works.
we just have a moment.
While we're killing time,
No, we're not.
at the beginning
We're not killing time anymore, mate.
He's here.
He's here.
He's here.
where is he? Oh,
Hello.
get yourself covered in duck fat because I'm coming for you.
Oh man, I'm ready. You bring it on. I'm ready to go anytime, day or night.
You're clearly not ready to go. You're wearing too much clothes and you're not fatty enough.
That's true.
Right,
Come on.
Daniel, we've got to get through everything that we've asked tonight in quick succession and say goodbye. So, firstly, please introduce yourself, tell people about yourself, and where they can follow you.
All right. My name is Daniel. I go by Painted Plastic Wargaming on the internet. I'm mostly on Instagram. I tend to haunt Twitter, a little bit of Reddit. but mostly Instagram is where you'll find my compilation of both painting and shitpost memes that I create. That's the general gist of it all.
I feel like you have a mirror up beside whatever camera that you keep looking into to fix your hair.
It's like that's just me.
Yeah.
Just perpetually touching myself.
Important question: Are you in a hallway?
No, this is like my computer. This is my painting desk. So like, I live in an apartment, and so my painting desk is like just like immensely small. So it's like
that is a mood.
So living in an apartment in a big city in a country crippled by a housing market. You too could have a very minimalist painting desk.
Because that went dark quick.
Very quick.
And thank you for joining. Goodbye.
Yeah, it's been great, guys.
And on that note, see everybody goodbye.
No searcher, come back.
I'm back.
The only reason the chat's working is because you're all up. Oh, and of course, Kilted Viking, who's like our Twitch hero.
Yeah, good. He gave me a follow. Absolute legend. Absolute legend.
Oh, and there we go. We followed everybody. Thank you, the Kilted Viking. We appreciate it.
I don't think Kilty has followed me. If he has, oh, there we go. Kilty Viking art. Love you, buddy.
I don't know if that's translating via the chat, but this is from Naptime Hobbies. I think they're trying to explain, which Daniel's going to confirm for us, what's with the duck fat wrestling.
No, we can't explain.
No, that explains it. That perfectly explains it.
Yeah, that explains it perfectly. Thus, we shan't go into it deeper.
We don't need to. Okay.
Need to. Mystery.
Stay tuned for the next stream where I'll explain it.
Yeah, over on the Nameless Guild in the next 5 minutes. That's probably not a bad idea.
Wait. I was doing a Mercy stream with him because it was just like, am I missing out, guys? I went, oh, it's all right, Daniel. You're a bit of an arse, but I'll come online and do a bit of a stream for you, all right, mate?
That's classic Australians, though. Just always late, but worth the wait.
I'll wipe those tears from your face. Do you know what I mean?
I appreciate that. No one looks after me like you do, I tell you.
Yeah, go to Lowe's and get a bloody sausage and a bit of bread, mate. Go on, be done with you in a car park. Wait, is it Lowe's?
Bunnings here in Australia. Lowe's is where you buy cheap, ill-fitting shirts here in Australia. I don't know what it's like there over the pond.
I don't know. We don't have Lowe's. I thought that was a store where you get like salmonella infused sausages in car parks. It's for a good cause, but it's just so sweet. So, and there's onions everywhere on the floor. Love it.
Simon, am I allowed to speak Australian on this good stream?
So long as I can do it.
I think we've covered every accent. If you haven't done Australian, go for it.
I don't mean the accent.
I get away with some dialects, but not all of them.
Look at Mills. Just look at me. What are they doing? What is happening? They can't pop.
Ian and Mills are like, this is going to be a train wreck. This is
going to be nice. Right, stand by, guys and girls. Let's go. Go on, Sisha. Be Australian.
No, I wasn't going to do an accent. I was just going to call him mad cunt.
Now Simon has to go through 2 hours.
Edit the entire stream.
That's so good.
That's why I asked you if I was allowed to speak Australian.
You were going to say that? We didn't know you were going to say that.
I mean, I saw that coming from a mile away, but none of you listened to me. So.
I've been on it for 2 hours.
I saw that coming miles away. When you said speak Australian, I was like, oh, some dialect.
Was I not supposed to do that?
No, it's on Twitch, you prat.
No, it's considering we're international, that word has a little bit more impact, for want of a PC way.
Yes.
I thought we were allowed
to call you when I call in a minute, when I've shut down this stream.
Oh my gosh.
Hold me down, we'll duck fat wrestle fight for it.
That's true.
Do that. Oh my gosh!
Just tell
If you have social media accounts after this, I will contact you, of course.
Can I just say, even though Daniel didn't say anything, because of him, it's ruined the stream.
exactly.
Exactly. Well, until you, yeah. Well, I was picking up when you jumped on, but
You just tell the Twitch moderators to bring their best sock and mark the dust back, and we'll have this out.
I've got to repeat this hashtag again. We're going to get it trending. It's getting trending. It's the second time I've shared it.
Oh no! Oh, you are.
Dark fat for justice.
Oh
Yeah.
my god! Oh my god!
Oh, it's becoming a thing now. Everybody's sharing.
Yeah.
Cancel the picture.
I'm going to take all of my profile descriptions to include that.
Okay. All right. That's fine. That's fine. I absolutely deserve that.
Goodness grief, boys! Goodness
That
grief!
was
Come on.
That was nothing short of perfect. Like I could see the train smash happening, yet I did nothing to stop it.
It flew down.
You knew what I was talking about.
You saw the infant walking towards the the road, and you were just like, I wonder how this is going to go. Okay.
Yeah.
Stop this.
I've seen this before.
Looks familiar.
I pointed it out, but none of you wanted to listen to me. You didn't think I knew what I was talking about.
As Cormac rightly said in the chat, there is only one word in the Australian language.
It's true.
Yes, guilty. There's nothing wrong. Can I just say, I love how the automatic response of your friends are. Half of them are in your defense, and half of them want to throw you under the bus. You know, I just love that. That is some quality fan base. That is. Oh my god.
Who needs enemies with friends like these?
Yeah, I gotta say though, I think it's really fun how one of the people in the chat said hashtag Saoirse did nothing wrong, hashtag innocent till proven guilty. But being 40k players, we all know that innocence proves nothing.
Yeah.
Degrees of doing it.
There is no such thing as innocence, only degrees of guilt.
Oh, he said it. He said it.
But I'd also like to point out that this is being recorded, so innocent till proven guilty. I have all the evidence necessary. It's going to be a ringtone.
Do you hear the voice?
You're gonna have nightmares of me saying that.
I'm gonna make it the Instagram tone, so whenever you post a message, it just says it to me. So late at night, I'll wake up going, "He's in my room." Oh no.
Yeah, I will spam.
I honestly thought you were going to say it again. I thought he's going to just say it again.
I nearly did. I swear terribly. I know Louis is like a frigging sailor.
Yeah.
If you weren't live,
Not when I'm streaming. No, when I'm a good Christian boy when I'm streaming.
Yep, and I'm trying to be.
All I'm saying is, historically, the definition of good Christian boy varies a great deal. What it means to be a good Christian really depends on when and where you are.
Yeah, and who you're fighting, really. Let's be honest.
And who you're fighting.
Or persecuted, but mainly women because of witchcraft. But you know, we got there first.
So,
the first
I don't want to be. I don't want to be that guy because this is Daniel gonna? No. Are we gonna get Daniel the mad to answer some questions?
I'm available.
God, since you finally made the effort to turn up, I mean,
I know.
In the morning. Right, let's put him on the spot. But enough of you, Saoirse. Right.
Love you, Simon.
I already know the answer to this one, but did you get any cool 40k Christmas presents?
Yes, I got too much towel. I got a Riptide, the Battle Force box, and then a box of Pathfinders and I think Bio Warriors. I'm sitting on about 1,000 points of unpainted towel on top of my already expanding pile of shame.
No such thing as too much towel.
You are correct. That is too much towel.
See? Again, incredibly divisive. Like people will just be like, "That is incredibly too much towel. What have you done with your life?" And the other people will just be get so defensive about it. It's like more towel, more.
The greater good.
Mortal.
The greater good. That's right.
Okay.
Love it.
What's the
Next question.
favorite painted model of 2020? Yeah,
Oh, this will be good.
Favorite painted model of 2020?
and you've got loads.
I really liked my Gazcool. My Gazcool was, I think, really well done. But it has to be the Age of Sigmar Giant. That model
You got the
was
Mega Gargan.
the Mega Gargan, yeah. He was a joy to put together. Like, I'm not shilling for GW here, but that kit is incredible. The kit that I've had the most fun putting together and painting was Mortarion first. That was the best. And then secondly, the Mega Gargan close second.
Nice. See, this is how you answer the questions, people. Just to say, just straight to the point, not Louis talking about his rolling pin.
So this rolling pin, £12 from Amazon. It has different. No, so I'm sorry. I thought you wanted more.
Sorry. Favorite release, either GW, Forge World, or any miniature company because of Sersha of 2020. Favorite release
of 2020 or all time?
It's tough because there's been so many this year. Indomitus, 9th edition. We've had the combat patrol kits. There's been some great models, some old ones brought back. If you could pick one,
it has to be the Indomitus box, or you're lying. Like,
yes.
If anybody says other than Indomitus, they're lying, or they play like another faction like Tyranids, and just because it was a brand new box, it was so good value, and it was just all new models. There was nothing in there that had been done before. I was just like, so good.
Space Marine Fighters had never been done before.
Well, the outright were
yeah. Space Marines on bikes, brand new concept.
Space Marine chapters had never been done before. Space Marines with chain swords had never been done before.
Yeah. How did they come up with this? How did they come up with this stuff?
The Necron half of Indomitus was amazing.
They had frills on their kneecaps. Like, how do you come up with that level of ingenuity?
And Space Marine chaplains? What?
Hey, the Justicar, can I just say, new model? No, Justicar.
Altogether. Check the spelling. A Justicar is a thing. A Judicia is different. I think Justicars, you get them in, is it Imperial Guard? Justicar.
Yeah.
Wait, Joe, I'm going to prove this when I'm not trying to end the stream.
Yeah. Daniel is either okay. No, I thought Daniel had either frozen or was just giving us a weird stare.
He's like, "What the hell did I get up?"
That's how he looks, mate. You'll get used to it.
That's just generally my face. But all time favorite model release of all time has to be Rabuta Gilliman. That's like 13-year-old dream come true. Like playing Second Company Ultramarines since I was like 12 or 13. When that got released in like 2017. Oh man, I can't even explain. What I felt like walking to the shop and then walking out of that shop with like the box in my hand, like, oh my god!
You're almost close. Actually, the correct answer was the redo of Ragnar Blackmane, but
never has there been a less more models.
Pish posh Smithers.
Right. Well, I suppose I better wrap this up because.
It's getting late. I'm getting tired and hungry.
You still have to ask Daniel with the big hair what he wants to see coming in the next year.
Oh, well done. Yeah, sorry, Daniel. This was the last question. I've got different ones on my phone and different ones on the app. So, yeah.
All good.
What's the top of your wish list for 2021? What would you like to see released?
More Space Marines, actually. I don't think we've had enough.
We've done this, dude.
We already made that joke.
Oh, someone's already made that joke.
Well, we already made that joke.
Yes.
Well, if I had got up earlier, so I would like to see a refresh of the Elder range. Friends of mine play Elder, and it's getting to the point where it's just sad. Where I'm like, do you want to just proxy some of your Elder with my Space Marines? Like,
yeah, that's very true.
It's honestly getting quite tragic for some of them because Elder are cool and they've got like some cool models and all that kind of stuff, but they're just they're just dated, and you can see what they're doing with like the newer models, like Shadow Sun, and what they're doing with like Lilith and all that sort of stuff. The new models that you're imagining in your head are going to be like so awesome when they finally arrive. It's just like, when are they doing it? On the base of Lilith's model, there's like a Craft World Guardian, and it's like, that means that they're thinking about it, like that someone has thought, all right, we're gonna have to like put a new Guardian on a base or whatever, like let's redesign it. And so you know that they're coming, but it's just a matter of when. I'd love to see a new Tyranid release. I want a new Hive Tyrant. I think that the Hive Tyrant scale isn't right. When you play Dawn of War, you see that the Hive Tyrant is like monstrous in comparison. And so that would be cool.
Yeah.
But ultimately, like, I've now got like factions and everything, but give me another Primarch. Like, give me. I want to see Fulgrim or Angron. I think,
I would love to see Demon Perturabo.
So he asked for a Primarch and then wants another Chaos one. What is
yeah, because the Chaos ones are still alive.
Yeah,
Angron, Fulgrim, Lorgar, and Perturabo are all still alive and kicking.
Right. Bring back Dawn. Bring back Russ. That's all I'm saying. Bring back
controversial opinion. Dawn sucks.
Who?
Absolutely. I will actually stop Duckfat wrestling you to support that opinion. I will Duckfat wrestle Louis.
Why am I getting bullied in this chat? What happened?
And because you guys killed yourselves with hunter killer missiles. That's why.
No,
it wasn't
a hunter killer missile.
He could not be blander. Like, he's not. Like, at least it's like Guilliman. Everyone's
well,
like,
dang! If you guys hate Dorn so much, then I chose the wrong color today. I chose the wrong shirt to wear today, guys. If y'all don't like Dorn that much.
Yeah, in like classic like superhero matchup, it's like you can be arguing about this forever, but I believe like at least Gilliman has like the non-battle aspects down pat, so he could go and become like a good like planetary governor or sector or like Imperial Regent. But Dawn is not the best at fighting, and he's not the best at like the admin stuff, and so he is going to be like the big hero of mediocrities forever.
But you know what he's good at? He's good at walls, and that's all we need. You just need walls.
He's not even the best at defending.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Perturabo is better at that. It's like
exactly. Thank you. Yes, Daniel is my favorite. Daniel is my new favorite person here.
I should have left. I should have left an hour ago.
My eye.
Hashtag the Iron Cage happened.
Yes, it is. But that showed that Dawn isn't like a benign, boring guy.
The Shadow Hold on its own proves why the Iron Warriors are better at defense than the Imperial Fists.
The Imperial Fists.
The Imperial Fists have their place, but it should never be the limelight.
Yeah.
That's the point. That's the point. They should be, but they are literally the bulwark against the Knight.
They're a bad bulwark.
They are the shield that guards the realms.
Rogel is the Blandor Luke.
No, we'll get copyright. I'll get banned from Twitch.
Louis,
I'm telling you,
I've got to wrap this up now because I'm desperate for a BRB.
Okay.
And more.
Next Lord's Primarch should be Jagatai Khan.
He disappeared into the web.
That would be cool.
Russell the Lion. That's what it's about.
Right.
It should be the.
I never planned how to end this. I never thought I'd do this.
That was your first mistake.
Merry Christmas. And
God bless.
Bye
bye. Emperor bless everyone. Bye bye.
Thank you everybody for having me. I had a great time, albeit short.
You'll be on time next time, Daniel.
Without a doubt. I'll use the right link this time.
A bit fairer on the time, give you a better chance.
Sorry, did anyone else see that? Sisha had a visitor.
Nothing happened.
Oh, bless.
Thank you guys so much for joining, however short it was or not. Like I was saying earlier, Dad, it made my Christmas. I got you all on together, and hopefully people have been entertained.
Thank you so much for having us. I'm really sorry I made it illegal.
Yeah, it's going to be entertaining. I got away with it. And your lot certainly kept the chat lively and kept entertained. So I wish you all the rest of this holiday a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, what's left of it. And well, I'm going to talk to you all in a minute on the chat. It's just all you lot watching that aren't going to get the rest of it. So goodbye, Merry Christmas, stay safe, everyone.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye, everybody.
Take care.